Wouldn't it be great to use your own photo images to make personalized ornaments? Hi, this is Linda from Remade with Love, and today I'm using ceramic kitchen and bath tile again, but this time I'm using laser photocopies and transferring an image directly onto the tile for a super cute and easy ornament. I'm using 2x2 porcelain Satori octagonal tile from Lowe's, and it cost me about $4 for a sheet. You're not going to prepare the tile in any way except remove it from its backing. Because I'm going to be using some liquid transfer medium, I'm going to use some parchment paper underneath for easy cleanup. And I'm going to use a photo of my dog. I've sent it through a digital process that made it look like a comic strip. And it'll fit pretty nicely on this size tile. And I'm also using Amy Howard's copycat product. It's going to transfer the image. I'm sure there's other liquid image transfer mediums, but I really like Amy Howard's products for quality and for safe ingredients. Now, in order for the transfer to take place, I'm going to paint an even coating of copycat on the face of the ceramic tile. You can use a small paintbrush or you can use a foam brush. Make sure you measure it out so that as much of the photo that you can have on there from this laser print is going to cover the tile. You may have to cut and paste. Sometimes we don't have an exact fit, but work with it. You'll find a really cute way to make yours, I'm sure. Spread an even coating of copycat on the face of the tile, and then you're going to spread an even coating of copycat on the face of the photo. That's right, on the front of the photo. And then you're going to put them together, gooey side to gooey side, and press down firmly. Now be careful at this point. It's going to slide a little at first until it starts to grip and dry. So be careful not to move it around a lot. Press down gingerly. If it does move around, it may blur the image. And because I want this to stick and I want all the air bubbles to be out of this so that the image does a complete transfer, I'll sometimes use a brayer, or when it starts to stick a little more, I'll really press down firmly and rub with my fingers. You notice I kind of clipped a little edge and moved it to the side. My photo didn't go all the way to the end of the tile, and no one will really notice because of the way this photo is. Nobody will notice that these are just add-on pieces. Now, it's best if you can do it with one full picture and not a bunch of pieces, but sometimes you have to punt and make do. Now, what's great about this process is that copycat will actually take the ink from your laser printed image and meld it to the tile surface. So I've actually used copycat on wood, on furniture that I'm redoing, on tile, on glass, all kinds of different mediums. I also did a couple of other images that I transferred over. One was an old-fashioned rocket print, and then I had an image from an old label for cherries. If you have anything that has words on it, make sure you reverse your writing when you make the inkjet, laser jet, not inkjet, laser jet print. If you don't reverse the writing as you make the laser print, your words are going to come out backwards. Now, after you have these together, they're on there securely, all the air bubbles are out, you've pressed it down firmly, make sure that you give this enough time to dry. 4 hours or more. And in this case, I actually let this sit overnight. I wanted to make sure that image was completely on there. But before the end of the night, and while this was drying, I went ahead and used my Cricut machine to cut a 2x2 octagonal shape out of acrylic felt. Now you could also do that by hand, but because I've got my Cricut, I just set it for a shape of a octagon, and I set the sides as, size of the whole thing as 2x2, and it does the work for me. Now, when the copycat is completely dried, after 4 or more hours, it's time to remove the backing, and this part is like magic. I usually try and trim the excess paper before I put it in lukewarm water to soak. It just helps. I don't have to remove that much paper in the water. Now, it doesn't matter how long your tile stays in the water, but it should be in there for at least a minute to get a good soaking. And then you start to see the image, and with some circular rubbing, you'll remove the paper and reveal the image now attached to your tile. Work all the little bits off the edges as much as you can. Sometimes I take a nail file and I'll rub the edges if there's anything still sticking there. Let it dry completely. And once it's dry, go ahead and apply a top coat. Now I used just a thin coat of matte sealer and let it dry. It goes on white, but it dries crystal clear, and it will protect your finish and also let the colors pop. Now to finish, take a bit of ribbon, about 2 inches, fold it in half, and glue it on the very back center of your ornament at the top. I used Gorilla Glue or E6000. They both work great. And it creates a strong hold in less than 30 seconds. And then I covered the loop and the unfinished tile back with my cut felt. And in no time, I've got my own personalized ornament. My daughter's going to love this. Add these to your holiday tree to create cute and personalized ornaments. Thanks for watching Remade with Love. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube.